I found out that the memorial is tonight, and I think that's very interesting because I actually have been studying and following the moon cycles for the last heavily for the last 2 years. So the actual full moon is supposed to be on April 6th at 12:34 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So the fact that it's today, April 4th, is very interesting to me. I don't know if that was an accident or if there's a reason why they did it for tonight. And if you notice that the moon gets really big around the memorial time, that's kind of how you know when it's spring and the moon's really big, that it's the Memorial Day. And there's a specific reason in the Bible. I honestly can't remember what that reason is. There's a whole breakdown of that. Yeah, I was one of those JWs that was there and didn't listen to everything. I don't know all the ins and outs, unfortunately. But anyway, I'm saying all that to say I do know it's supposed to be on a full moon, and there's a valid reason for that based off the scriptures and how they interpret that and stuff in the JW doctrine. So even though it's not on the right day, I'm going to attend tonight with my daughter and my niece. They're allowed to show up any type of way, and I will be showing up undercover, so to speak. I'm not going to be saying that I'm an ex-JW or anything like that. I'm actually going to use my nickname that I was given when I was in high school, so I will not be using Kirby. And yeah, I actually need to call to see what time it is, because on the website on jw.org it doesn't show the time. So I don't know what that's about. Well, I guess because a different country is going to be a different time. So I need to find the closest Kingdom Hall is 26 minutes away from this place I'm staying at. And I'm going to call there now to see what time it is for the location I'm in. Okay, so I'm calling right now.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message system.
East Congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses
Is not available at this time. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1.
Okay, I thought there might be some type of recording that would say oh, tonight's the memorial, and say what time, but it doesn't have that. That's okay. I'll figure it out. I imagine it's going to be, if I remember correctly, the last memorial I went to was in 2019. I'm not going to be I might wear a dress. The only dress that I brought here is a short dress. It's not short, but not Jehovah's Witness appropriate length. And I'm just going to have the girls wear whatever they want to, whatever they feel comfortable in. Okay, so I'm getting ready for the memorial. So this is what I'm wearing. It's not here's my knee right here. So usually you have to wear a dress or skirt that's passionese, but this is the only dress that I have that's somewhat appropriate. Everything else that I brought here is shorts, ripped up jeans.
You already did it to me.
What else? Just everything's not okay for anything that I knew that anybody would actually wear, unless you know what I'm saying? Anyway. And I'm not even worried about how I'm looking for the memorial in particular. I'm worried about how I'm looking for myself. And then I have this burn on my ear from when I had curled my hair earlier last week. So I'm struggling. Then thank God I had this, because this just would have been all out.
Mom, there's gonna be a full moon tonight. Yeah.
No, the full moon is actually on the 6th, baby. Well, why do you say that? Why did you say it's gonna be a full moon tonight?
Oh, because I heard you.
Oh, no, baby. I was saying that the full moon won't happen until the 6th. It'll look full though, but it won't be in its full completeness until the 6th. I also kind of just don't want to be there on time anyway, because I want to see how many people are going to be there and all, and I don't want too many people asking me questions and trying to talk to me. So if it does start at 8 and not 7:30, then I'm gonna just sit in the parking lot and then get out like once everybody's like already inside and settled, so I don't have too many people approaching me. I'm curious to see if Kristy, Sarah, and her husband are going to do like a social media post again like they did before, how they're going to attend the memorial, because I think the year in 2020 when it was COVID, they showed like how they got prepared for the memorial on like at home, and like how they tuned in online. So I'm curious to see if they're gonna like kind of show how they're doing it this year. I don't remember if they did it last year or the year before, but that is one social media influencer that I do know that actively kind of talks about her and her family are Jehovah's Witnesses. So like the last time she talked about it or hinted or mentioned it or something close to it was when it was it Halloween and Christmas, those two. And then like she gets invited to go with the artist Her. I don't even know what that acronym stands for. Her, that she has a couple songs that are pretty popular. Kristy, Sarah, and Her like did something together, and Kristy, Sarah is around a lot of social media influencers and things like that, and she's getting a lot of recognition. She was on a red carpet event, and it's just kind of like, you know, Jehovah's Witnesses are told to steer away from things like that. And like even when they had that JW movie that they made where the one sister was making jewelry and then posting it on social media, and then another sister in the congregation was like basically jealous and talking smack about the girl posting the jewelry online, and she's getting a lot of attention, and it seemed like she was getting sales based off like how the JW film looked, right? And you know how they really try to steer people away from gaining attention online. Okay, it looks like this is my turn. Ooh, here it is. Oh my gosh, here it is. Okay, I see like the attendants standing outside. What is all this in the road? I do not want my tire popping because I ain't got time. Okay, so there's quite a few people here.
They want to, I know a lot of friends don't do it. Back them in next to down there or next to each other. They see like they don't want somebody to back in between cars.
So go all the way
to avoid accidents.
So
yeah,
go all the way
you can back it in, it'll be okay.
Oh yes, I can do that.
Okay, you can do it there, or you can do it next to the one way down there.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yes.
That's what they want. Is not my idea. I'm just telling you what I was told.
Oh, no worries. Yes, I can do that. Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh.
What did he ask you?
He wants me to back into the parking spot, so. There's some people who can't back into parking. That's a challenge for some people, but I can do it. Whoop, whoop. So usually when you're a JW, you are asked to do whatever the attendants ask you to do. Whatever the elders say, whatever they want going on, that's what they want you to do. Alright, so y'all come right out the car. Y'all be quiet. See, y'all can see the moon, and there's people walking. Let's see, this is what the parking lot is looking like. And like the parking lot goes back deep, so there's still open spaces. I'll probably record up and down now, because if I record sideways, it's going to be obvious that I'm recording. I just wanted to kind of look like I'm like playing on my phone, you know, but this is what the girls look like. Oh. Okay, we can take a picture later. So
That would be such a cute picture.
this is what Callie's wearing. Zoe.
Again, welcome to this special occasion. Our speaker tonight, Brother King Christ. going to speak to us on the subject, appreciate God and Christ. Excuse me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This was the night it was the Passover. And that Passover celebration occurs annually. And it's a solemn night. We thank you that we could be here.
Okay, y'all go straight ahead. Okay. Okay, thank you. Bye. Oh, excuse me. I just left the memorial from the Kingdom Hall. I'm actually sitting in line at the Wendy's now, but you know, typical memorial. There was quite a few people there. I would say there was about 100, 115 people there, maybe. I could tell there was other outsiders and things like that. And like me and the girls definitely look like outsiders. So I would say about like 100, 115 people were there. Dang, I don't have any hot sauce. But I couldn't really record too much because like there was people behind me. I didn't want them to be like seeing me do like this with the camera. I did get some footage, but not like a whole lot. So it is what it is. But the girls, you know, they did their thing. They just went to sleep in their chairs, which worked out. I just wanted them to be quiet for the most part. So they did good on that. So that was a success. I was very tempted to like do like a screencast from my phone of a video of one of the governing body members onto the TV screens in that Kingdom Hall. Showing how like he lied at the Royal Commission in Australia and that whole situation, which I forget which governing body member that was, but yeah, I was tempted to put some type of video like that up there by screencasting, but I wasn't prepared. I just randomly decided to come to the memorial today. Also too, I didn't even know it was today. I thought it was gonna be on the 6th, and I thought I was gonna be back on my actual side of town where I live. So I kind of was like preparing for that in my mind a little bit mentally, but yeah, as I was sitting there, I kind of thought like, oh, I should screencast something, you know, controversial in the Kingdom Hall since they have all these TVs in here. And I've thought about that before a while ago, kind of do something like that, because that's kind of like a silent protest kind of thing. I don't really know if they would have been able to discover who could do that, or like if they're able to trace back like if someone did something like that. I did hear that there was another individual that every year at the memorial he protests outside of the Kingdom Hall. So I think that's very interesting. I think that's a good idea. But I do know that for sure that my first protest that I'll be going to is the one in October in Washington, D.C. at the White House. So I will be doing that. And that'll be on Halloween Day. And I think that's super smart. Like, that's actually genius to me because of the simple fact that, like, people don't want to be discovered but still want to be able to support, you know, the reason why the protest is happening. And, you know, from what I understand, it's not just for the CSA. I'm saying CSA because of YouTube reasons, okay? And also for the shunning reasons. So for someone who actually still is a JW, whether they like really believe that doctrine or not, but don't like those rules, I think that that's like a good idea and a good way for them to be able to stand up for that and protest against that without having to compromise their identity. And, you know, you can wear a costume but not have it be like crazy. You could just wear like a mask. Like a mask could be anything. It doesn't have to be anything like demonic or creepy or anything like that. Yeah, I think that's pretty slick and smart to have it on Halloween Day. Like I just was like, wow, this was really thought out.
Stop, Callie.
That was really thought out. I mean, hopefully nobody comes up there looking crazy though, because I mean, I'm not saying like, I don't know. That's just how I hope, you know, nothing demonic or scary. I'm not about that life, honestly, but oh, and then some people said they recognized me, which I thought was interesting. So 2 people said that, and then one lady said, oh, you look familiar. I don't know why you look familiar. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. I'm not even from this side of town. And then the lady was just kind of like, oh yeah, I don't know why you look so familiar. You look familiar. Okay, we're back at the vacation house. I got a lot of stuff to clean up from the last couple of days because we are leaving tomorrow. My makeup looks so good that I don't even want to like take it off. Let me see if I can show y'all my whole outfit, just because like this is a cute outfit. See, not long enough at all. So I feel like I definitely look like an outsider. Okay, so this is the Scott family. This is Kristy, Sarah, and her husband Desmond. Kristy has been posting on YouTube and Instagram and other social media platforms for years, even before she got married. I even had followed her when I was still heavy in the JW world. And I think it's really wild and crazy that they're still JWs. There's no way that their phones aren't picking up the algorithm of what's going on in the Watchtower organization, the shunning, the CSA that's been going on for decades, and how shunning is affecting not just adults, but children. And then just the lying, how the governing body members have been lying with their hand on the Bible in court. Like, what? And also, too, like, I would not put it past the Watchtower Society and them have reaching out to the Scott family or Serena Williams or anybody else that has some influence like theirs. For people like the Scotts and Serena Williams, I imagine just Watchtower reaching out to them and saying, giving them like a pat on the back. Like maybe not even necessarily them paying them money and saying, hey, keep up the good work, but just the pat on the back. You know, as an ex-JW and used to having that mindset, if somebody in the high up Bethel community or whatever would have reached out to me and said, hey, we really like what you're doing. You're, you know, a good representation of Jehovah's Witnesses. Like, keep up the good work. Like, that would make me super happy if I was still in, you know, blind, right? But is that so? Like, is it that, or are they scared? Are they scared to deviate and say, hey, we know of these things and we no longer want to be witnesses because they haven't changed their rules and regulations? Serena Williams has a daughter. Serena Williams could shun her daughter if her daughter decides to get baptized and then possibly get this fellowship. Like, is she going to do that? Shun her daughter? Are the Scotts going to disown and shun their 2 boys if they get baptized and they do something wrong and just get disfellowshipped? Serena Williams already put the organization in Jehovah, okay, and the JW mindsets on the back burner. Same thing with the Scotts. They put their faith on the back burner when they got on social media and decided to make this a business, because that is not the mindset of a true Jehovah's Witness. They don't put themselves out there like that. You're not supposed to aim to be a celebrity, you know? They are not bringing light to Jehovah and his desires. The Scotts are not making content about the organization and things like that. I originally wanted to go to the memorial and make this video because I was just curious to see how many people are actually still so involved and actually still going to meetings and things like that in the organization of Jehovah's Witnesses. To me, it's mind-blowing that people could still be a part of something like this. As a Jehovah's Witness, you are told to keep on seeking the truth, and that is exactly what I did. I kept on seeking the truth, and unfortunately, I did not know I was going to be getting this truth about what they really are, and that's a real estate company at the end of the day, and they lie and allow crazy things to happen to good people. And now they're turning into a film production company or something like that. Moving forward, my goal is to make more videos about my life now and how I'm taking advantage of the life that I'm living now and living an abundant, prosperous life now and enjoying my life now in every way possible. With that being said, thank you and bye for now.